Rinko's naked in my bathroom.
She really has no filter.
At least you could turn her head.
No! I drifted throughout class after class, feeling more exhausted than any other day. However, as a member of the student council and the disciplinary committee, I don't allow myself to rest for a moment. I force myself to push through the day as I sat inside the student council room. There was no... I'm reading.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. There was no energy in my body. It just felt as if I was constantly rolling throughout the whole day. Exhaustion kept my limbs heavy as I continued writing down notes from previous classes. Rolling throughout the whole day. Alright, I think I found out the first reference.
But you forgot all about your references?
Kinda, because, like, I had to restart my computer, so, like, the tabs closed.
You save it in the doc.
What'd you say?
Save it in the doc next time.
I should. I forgot to write it. Alright, let's see. Rolling throughout the whole day.
Yeah? Sorry.
I'll roll along again today. Okay. So, the first one's Rolling Girl. Can you write it? Are you...
What? Sorry,
I'll write it.
Me? You? Wait, what am I writing?
I'll write it was the song references. I'll write them.
Well, you do it because I don't know what the f we're talking about.
Yeah. So we're on chapter 3. Please do not voice Rinko, because this whole audio is just gonna be me laughing because
That's a good point.
She sounds like she's on crack and she's about to have a mental breakdown at the same time.
Oh yeah, Rinko Rudy.
No!
Oh my god, hi Winnie.
Let's forget that with all of my... I need to forget that completely. Like,
Diane, oh my god, it's nice to meet you again. Oh my god, Kevin Ruby. Kevin Ruby, come on y'all. Come on Yoshiko and Hanamaru.
What are you trying to do?
Nothing. Trying to motivate one person, I guess.
Oh shit. The remote dropped and like the phone picked it up. Okay, whatever.
You backed up and
No, like I was moving my phone so I could move my mouse because I had my phone on my mouse pad at the time, so I had to do that. Anyway, exhaustion was keeping... Wait, I read this. Okay. Not even noticing, a can was placed beside me. Great, caffeine, just what I needed to let this headache continue. Can you speak SAYO's parts?
Sure.
Thank you. I'm just not gonna be able to function. SAYO-san, I got you some tea. Well, that's rather vivid. A voice said as I looked up and smiled.
Thank you, Rinko.
Oh, don't do it.
What? I'm not doing anything.
I thought you were gonna do her voice. I was gonna laugh the entire time.
You think I'm predictable, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
You really think, huh?
Just that one time. Oh, there's practice today, I guess. I mean, I don't think you're all that predictable. It was literally just that one time. So maybe we can walk together? She whispered as I nodded. I didn't whisper. Oops. The Raven... No! The Raven Beauty sat beside me without making a sound as she glanced at the work in
Yeah, that probably won't pick that up. Probably.
It picked it up. Oh god.
You're SAYO and I'm Rinko.
What the fuck? What? Why does she sound like that? Biscuit. Visualize the biscuit. Okay. Rest, Saya-san. I can handle this, she whispered again as I shook my head.
I have it handled, Rinko.
But you don't! Well, that's... nice one.
I paused it with dog resting face on my leg and the keyboard.
You can't.
I paused and I looked up at the dog leg resting on my face as I glared at the keyboardist.
You don't... Saya-san, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but you don't have it handled. This sounds familiar. No matter what you tell me, you don't have it handled. I may not know everything, but I know the stress of trying to handle everything on your shoulders. That sounds familiar.
Wow, is that another fucking phone call like that?
No, it wasn't. Trust me, I'm gonna have like a little ding every time. But no, that just sounded familiar from like an anime I watched.
Sorry, everything became like a JoJo reference and...
JoJo reference?
Ayo, is that a fucking...
JoJo reference? No. Okay. You gonna read that part?
What?
The keyboardist frame?
The keyboardist frame tumbled as I saw the tears roll down her face. Her violet eyes completely wet from her tears as she furiously wiped them away. My gaze and restraint broke as I hugged the raven close, whispering multiple apologies from the ear. Guilt was consuming me as the voice screamed, "You absolute fool! That's your problem. You don't want to make anyone cry."
Okay. Already? That's gay, fam. And this is only the 3rd chapter.
That's called wholesome shit.
Really, honestly.
Understand your wording. Like, things aren't gay.
I wish I could understand my wording. Okay. I felt a small amount of weight leave my arms as Rinko held my hand. She bit her lip before speaking.
Did I just break it?
Did you break it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Please, Saya-san, let me do the work.
Wait. Wait, do I read that?
Yeah, that's her. That's Sayo speaking.
I did break it. I'm staying here. EDGY-san already left her practices. I whispered, my voice smartest as Rinko nodded.
You broke it?
No, it's good. It's meant.
Okay.
I'm really not kidding.
Okay. She sat down as I did the same, my head resting on Rinko's shoulder as the raven hummed. She seemed to be working with no problem while I struggled. I'm never going to achieve anything.
I'm never gonna achieve anything yet, and that's why we call archive.
Okay, let me stop the recording.
Okay, now we're starting.
Right. Sayo-san? It's time to wake up.
It's like, what time is it? It's like
I'm
3.
literally having to speak like I'm on the verge of breaking down.
You have to stutter and
Stutter, which I already do.
Bruh. Oh well. Okay. Rinko? I blinked, still half asleep as Rinko reverted her hand from away from my head as she gave me a small smile and helped me up.
We have practice today. I already finished the work, and I can turn it in when we get ready to leave, okay?
She said softly as I nodded. Rinko. I said my heart was beating quickly as the raven tilted her head. I said...
Okay, fair.
Shut up. She hummed as a small frown, soon taking her place from her name being called as I exhaled and went closer to her. Thank you, I whispered as she smiled softly while I got our bags. We have practice. Let's get moving, I said as Rinko giggled and nodded. She collected her forearms and placed them in the folder as we went down to the hallway, then swiftly went to the classroom and then dropped the folder. Then we went back to... Then we went back to my side. Rinko, why are you always so nice to me? I asked clearly. I'm sure of the answer. I'm going to... because... oh my god.
Literally, I want to tell you, like, my nose got stocked out because I spit out the drink and it came in my nose.
Ew, nasty.
I know. Because, Sayo-san, you deserve everything.
No, you don't. You fucking don't. You really don't.
Like the voice has perfect timing or some shit, cause like...
No, you don't. You stupid
You
idiot.
stupid idiot.
You don't get anything. You're not wealthy. You're dumb. Like, no one cares about you. SMH. I sighed silently as we walked to the circle after Glow has finished wrapping up their practice as we walked in.
You gotta do Mocha. I
What?
can't do Mocha
No,
for the
no.
Seriously?
No. No.
I'm stuck with Mocha.
Oh, you know what? I'll be Mocha for once.
Do it.
Fine.
Do it. Thank you.
I don't know what she sounds like. I know she sounds tired.
Like, remember when we watched the English dub? That's how she sounds. External research of her having to listen to Mocha's voice.
English. Zip it. English. No, I want dub.
They still jacked up Sugu's voice. I'll say it once, I'll say it again.
No. I'll tell you who's jacked up.
Who's jacked up?
You know who. What the fuck is this?
Kanon? Who got jacked up? Yeah, Sugu! I said Sugu! Bitch rolled right out of the country.
I have the same voice, man. I don't know. Ron?
You sure?
Huh?
They sound different to me. That could just be me, but like they sound different to me.
Wait, what?
Ron and Mocha, they sound different to me.
Yeah, Cassimy. The way she says Cassimy.
Cassimy. Like, it sounded so direct. Not direct, like
Cassimy.
forced. Like she didn't really know how to say her name.
Cassimy. Don't you mean the Kasumi?
Kasumi.
Kasumi. Sumi. I dare you.
Sumi.
It's fucking Umi.
Freaking read the line.
No! Sugu, please. Alba-san pleaded as Haizawa-san shook her head.
No, Mocha-chan. I'm not letting you go ask SAYO-san to get you more bread because your bread got stolen.
Alba-san, how did you lose your bread? I asked Hazawa. It's like, yeah, what?
Tell her. Yeah, her name is like a freaking tongue twister. I don't understand it.
I lost it from the birds. The ivory blondie sighed as I nodded. It wasn't much of a conversation that piqued my interest, but it's a rather odd one. It was a rather odd one that I couldn't pull away from. Similar to that feeling with.
Oh shit! I gotta do the Lisa voice.
Do it. Yes, sir.
SAYO, come on! It's time to get a move on.
Ew, it's Lisa. Ew.
Ew.
Not her. Anything but her.
Not her.
No.
So, it's Ring, Bloom, Yakusoku So, and Passion Stormline. Okay. This is like...
Imami-san chirped, giving a thumbs up. Her hands were perfectly fine. Her fingertips were fine, and all her skin was damaged. God dang. Okay. I glanced at my fingertips, calluses, broken and hurt. My skin was already peeling, and the scabs already there. I grit my teeth before I released the cord from the guitar. This is the only thing that keeps me sane as of now.
You gotta do Yuki now. I can't do that.
Okay, let's practice, everyone, Minato said as the rest of us nodded.
And I don't really think we need to do this part, so let's just skip
Oh my god,
the
is that
singing part.
copyright?
I think, I know for a fact that, Ringing Bloom got copyrighted the other day, so I'm really not trying
when? Like, the CC, videos got taken down?
Yeah, I don't know why they're taking them all down. Like, I'm really pissed off at that, because I was trying to listen to R the other day, and it got taken down, I was like,
Oh, let's just...
Yeah.
Wait.
You're gonna search it up? You gotta search a wall version, because that's the one.
Wall? Wait.
That was for R. I thought we were still talking about R.
Oh!
But if you just... Yes.
Which version?
Wall. H. Yeah. See? It got taken down.
Well, it's right here. Wall or
The color code did. Let me rephrase that.
oh,
Like you can still listen to the song, but the color code that got taken down.
almost. It's like this now. Like just like the blank slate, I guess.
Yeah, it's just the album cover.
In 2020, campus students received over 157.
Oh my god, it's fucking campus. We're going to school.
We're gonna have to skip that. Cut that out. Oh yeah, you can hear all of Rinko's. This is her old SAYO singing Black Shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the old R, and then Wall is where Kanon speaks, or sings rather. And Brave Jewel. I forgot about Brave Jewel. I legit forgot that was
The
the
game
song.
version.
The game version has Satomi before she steps down.
What happened to her old SAYO? I always.
She got deaf. Like, she had the deafness before, but it went away. But then she got it again, and she stayed deaf, so she had to step down.
Oh damn.
I know.
Did she ever like voice? Did she ever like?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like,
Like-
I love Kanon's voice. Don't get me wrong. Her voice is beautiful, but damn, sometimes I miss Satomi, and I'm kind of like, damn, this is life now. Where shit really just.
So wait,
hits
did
the
she ever
fan.
like voice like freaking Rinko during the anime? Or no, that was just canon.
She voices Rinko during the anime.
Then
Season 2 and Season 3.
then
'cause
like season.
Once Black Shao got released and R, that's when Satomi stepped down. So
Oh,
after that, Kanon came. So
she
yeah.
just took over. Oh my god! It's
Wait,
not...
are we gonna read or not?
No.
We're
No.
gonna cut all this out. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Don't mess with the bridge. Don't mess with the bridge. You're saying this because I can't read.
Okay. Don't play crescendo. Don't play crescendo.
Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted.
Cause
Don't-
you're that gay.
Don't blush. Don't you dare blush. Once the songs were over, a small pang ran into me. This made me realize there wasn't a song that had a center. Was my voice that bad, or was it hard to find a song for me? Right, I don't have a sound. I only have a voice. Only have a tone. Yes.
Rest in peace, Sayo. Only having a tone.
Sayo, is everything okay? You were a little late during Passion Ceremony, Minato asked. I'm not fine at all. I'm exhausted. I want to sleep and never wake up. You're fine. Stop being a baby. Hina would never say she was tired. I'm fine, Minato-san.
damn.
I replied before putting my guitar in its case. Imami-san hummed as Minato-san gave her a worried glance. I think it was hard to tell that with Minato-san, just like it's hard to tell with me. I hate reading. There were no cookies today. There were no time for tea today. Opening my umbrella. It was just, I just made my way home without a word, but I wasn't prepared to hear my name.
Oh, crap. Hang on. Sayo-san! Hikaru-san! Like, that's panning.
She's like crying.
Crying.
Keep walking. She's in Africa.
She's gonna do anything except hurt you.
Ignoring the voice, I turned around and saw Shirakane-san running closer to me before she sighed softly in relief.
I wanted to know if we could walk home together.
No.
Damn, bitch really ran.
Running, POV.
Running!
POV, Riko's running towards you. She's only doing this out of pity. There's no reason that she's any. Sorry.
You want
Yes.
me to read it? Okay. There's no reason to think of this as anything else.
I don't have a preference, I said Shirakane. As Shirakane held my hand, her eyes were slightly widened before she picked my hand up. The terror of my face was recognizable. While she compared our hands, she gave me a small frown. She usually had a narrow expression which had an ounce of worry, but there was a frown of sadness on her face. You idiot!
It's every time idiot pops up, she just goes, "You idiot!" Like with the most scorning voice.
That's a word I never hear. Okay. The voice that Shirokane say looked up.
Sana-san, your fingers. They show the effort you put into them with your guitar.
She whispered as I shook my head. I would do anything to have normal hands. My fingers were peeling off and my calluses were rough. She looked.
Can I say something?
What?
Bitch, what? What do you mean?
She looked surprised as she shook her head.
I played piano all the time growing up. I stayed at home most of the time since I was still too scared to go in crowds. My bangs were covering my eyes at the time completely, and my fingers were completely delicate. They still are delicate.
She smiled sadly before she held my hand again, giving all the small squeeze. The warmth that ran throughout the hand Shirokane was holding to my arm, to the right of my body. Oh shit. Hey, like, hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
To the right of my body and finally met my heart. It made me completely understand why I was gay. Okay.
Why are you gay, Sayo?
The answer. Girls' hands are so fucking soft. Unlike yours. Get right.
Get right.
I let a breath of Shirokane and squeezed my hand again. Except this time it was out of fear. Snapping out of my thoughts, I looked and saw a crowd of foreign near the train. Shirokane-san began trembling as the train continued to come down. Okay, what was that? She mumbled softly trembling more as I frowned at the crowd. Luckily, I was able to come up with some idea with my worthless brain.
He really does think about her self-worth in this one. God.
Let's just stay at my house. If we run, we can make it before it starts storming. I said as she nodded. The two of us began running as our hands stayed together. Our fingers were intertwined in our palms and holding each other tightly, like a knitting puzzle pieces. They found their way to connect. Once we were underneath the roof of my house, I unlocked the door inside as I placed my wet umbrella on the umbrella rack. As I went to the hallway closet and pulled out the slippers. You can put these on, Shirokane-san. Is there anything would you like to eat or drink? I asked her as she slipped her feet into the slippers and shook her head.
No, thank you.
She whispered as I stared, knowing that Shirokane-san almost for a year. I could tell she was lying to save face. Raising an eyebrow, she trembled.
Warm milk, please.
She squeezed as I nodded and went to the refrigerator.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
Whoa, Pulling out the carton of milk, I poured it into a plastic cup as I warmed it up and placed it in the microwave. Shirokane-san stood by my side as she watched the microwave work, stopping the timer. I went to get the glass and pour it in there. The plastic cup began to get worn out from somehow how many times he and I would put it in the microwave. It was just the microwave cup at this point. Shirokane-san smiled softly and took a sip and soon smiled warmly, grabbing the Pockies from the pantry. I opened the box. I looked at Rinko. She looked happy. The two of us sat down on the couch, taking the warm, calm silence. She wanted some of these, right? Wait,
that's her.
Go.
It seems the rain won't be letting up anytime soon. I'm really sorry for being an inconvenience.
She apologized before taking another sip to calm herself down. No, Shirokane-san. I invited you. I should have some clothes you can wear. I replied as she nodded, glancing at the Pocky box. Here, Rinko, I teased, holding the Pocky close to her lips. Rinko's eyes slightly widened before she parted her lips and placed the Pocky in her mouth. She gave me a warm yet timid smile, and she ate the chocolate-covered biscuit snack. The door opened again, as the two of us froze.
Sayo, I'm home. For the life of me,
My eyes twitched as I heard my father's voice. I never had any friends home, but realizing that today was Friday and my father was back from his trip, I wanted to release a grunt of annoyance, but I just frowned. A deeper frown than all I could see. Well, except Shirokane-san. She's going to hate me, right? She's gonna be... God, she's here because she's pitying me.
Sayo-san, if we can hurry, we can get to your room.
Welcome back, father. He and his friend. He was at a friend's house since she had practiced, and the rain had made it difficult to come home. To her to come home, I explained using the most upbeat voice I could muster.
Oh, shit. I see. The rain has been a pain for all of us, huh?
He chuckled before turning to Shirokane-san. You're fucked.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked.
You're fricked, man.
You're fricked, my dude.
The voice said as I looked at the glass of milk. I know. For my father to speak.
Did you bring your friend, Sayo? Who are you? That's the worst thing you could ever do to somebody. Like, honestly.
I was turning to Rinko as her eyes began to swirl. That gave me a hint that she was getting closer and closer to a panic attack. Judging by how fast the swirls were moving, it almost looked like a little like smoke about to spew out of her ears. Father.
Let me find that card. Like, essential research. Here we go.
Oh my god!
Let's go. Okay, we already talked about Akko's Thai complex. Thank God we don't have to talk about that again, because honestly, that was the most confusing shit. Yeah. Let me find the card.
Good.
Here it is. This is what I mean by swirling eyes.
Just send it to the. Oh my
Yeah, I'm gonna send it.
Father, this is Shirokane Rinko-san. She's my bandmate. I said it using the upbeat voice I hate. Great introduction. The voice jeered. My father nodded, but he soon frowned.
So, what did I tell you about eating on the couch? Man, I eat on the couch.
My mistake, father. I do apologize. I'll be heading to my room and now complete the homework I have. I said, sounding regretful in this upbeat tone, as he nodded while I turned to Shirokane-san. The two of us made our way to my bedroom, taking off the guitar in my bag as I sat down on my bed. Shirokane-san took a sip of her milk and then placed it on the table in the middle of my room before she pulled out her phone. She smiled at it before her fingers moved quickly, as if they were gliding against the electronic keyboard before she pressed down her phone.
I think they're trying to say she has quick fingers.
She's
like one of the little like in the 4 commas that go on the loading screen, like they show a character. Like I remember the Himari and Rinko texting conversation, and it just said Himari was like, she responds so quickly. So I was like, okay.
Because that, I asked as she smiled.
My parents and Akko-chan.
She smiled as I just nodded, taking another Pocky out of the box. The keyboardist's expression soon turned into concern as she held my hand.
Wow, okay. Going straight forward. Sayo-san, that tone in your voice, why did you use it?
Fast as I sighed, I use a voice since my parents don't like my normal tone. They say it's too sad, too pessimistic, so I think of Hina's voice and try to match it with my standards. I replied as she hesitantly wrapped me into a hug.
Sayo-san, all of your problems, tell them to me.
Don't worry, I'm your therapist. I'm your local therapist.
I'm with you. I'm your local therapist.
Guess what? I'm your therapist. Come on, tell me all about your problems. I do it for free with no charge.
So you don't have to be in this world alone.
Damn. Something snapped within me.
We're deep, but we're not that deep.
Something snapped within me. It was if Shirokane-san was really trying to pity me. I cried. Soon I found my back breaking away from the hug, muttering an apology to excuse myself to go to the restroom, pulling out a razor inside the sink drawer before cutting the slightly red, agitated red skin again.
Yeah.
This is the right thing to do. The crimson tears falling down and hitting the bathroom carpet like shower mat, then gone. It was black. It was black than otherwise I could explain. I heard the door knocking as I washed the red blade. Washed the red blades off and covered my wrist. There were enough scars already, but there are more the merrier.
You're gonna die from blood loss at this rate.
I'm gonna shit already. Sorry.
Sayo-san, are you okay?
No, I'm severely depressed. I'm fine. I'm fine. I replied, staring at my reflection at the moment before sighing. I felt exhausted. I felt so exhausted. The bloods were already drying away as soon enough those cuts were becoming scars. As I shook my head, the exhaustion was leaving me, so I opened the door.
How many times does he say exhaustion in that sentence?
Exhaustion. It's the only word she knows, and then she like the rest
My
is just like
goodness.
others.
Yeah, like that's the only word she knows, exhaustion, and the rest is just like her talking about how bad she thinks of herself. Like, SAYO, no,
No, Saya,
This-
no baby.
this isn't the way.
She whispered to herself, and as I smiled weakly, Shirokane-san, I'm not hungry at all. I'm not hungry at that.
I'm not all that hungry.
If they were to ask you where I was from dinner, you can tell them I went to bed early. I said softly as she nodded. She still held my hand as we went back to my bedroom.
Y'all touchy. Like, y'all touchy. Oh wait, she giggles here, alright.
Give her that. She giggled as I looked at him with embarrassment. Shirokane-san, I smell carrots. Oh, shit.
I smell carrots.
As she said as I frowned, the dastardly orange vegetable. I'd rather eat a Mekon. I sighed as she giggled again. I leaned over my shoulder.
You really don't like carrots, huh?
She whispered as I nodded. Not at all.
That's SAYO saying ah.
She tilted her head. Now it's my turn to teach. Shirokane-san. Ahaha.
SAYO-san?
Ahaha.
We can't complete a sentence without laughing.
She replied as I looked at her. I smell
Hungry?
wait, is that her?
Yeah, that's still SAYO speaking.
I smell celery. Shit. Her face was into a sheer horror before sighing lay in my lap.
Anything but that.
She whispered weakly as I let a small chuckle and patted her head.
Did you actually have homework? I'm like actually stuttering. Holy shit.
I haven't drank iced tea yet. She asked as I shook my head. I lied to escape face.
My lap gave me a coy smile, trying her hardest to ignore her red cheeks while I caressed said red cheek with my thumb. It was soft, but the more Rinko relaxed into my touch, that pang of sadness ran through my mind. This is going to get morbid real quick. I wish she knew I wasn't okay. I wish she knew there was this voice that wouldn't go away. I wish she knew I want to disappear and never reappear. Be invisible for the rest of this pathetic life that's mine. SAYO? She called out softly. I didn't even notice it was me in her lap now. I wanted to jolt up, make this never happen, but judging by how she had a hand on my shoulder and one by her side, she seemed to be prepared. Tell me, SAYO, what's wrong? She asked softly as I covered my face with my hands. It felt as if, oh god, this is morbid and vivid. It felt as if a noose was around my neck, forbidding me to talk, hanging me by the ceiling fan, and at any moment would snap and make my corpse fall. The DLC flashbacks. The cries escaped my lips as the rain pelted against the window in my bedroom harder. Are you back?
No, I'm still dead.
Well, yeah. And
Which
I
part
read-
did you read again?
she's at Rinko. She's at Rinko. I can't.
How far?
The part where she was saying that I wish she knew I wasn't okay. The part where she was saying that I felt as if a noose was around my neck. Basically, the really morbid and vivid part that I already read. She just says Rinko, Rinko. I can't.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I sobbed. The words couldn't come out. But okay, never mind. You already have something. Don't fuck it up. The voice screamed as I shook my head. I shouldn't have said anything. The news is, at least it's the tightest. I could feel myself choking and sobs. As I saw the raven help me sit up and rub my back in circles, helping me breathe, I continued to cough before sighing and hearing another voice.
You can't cough in Rona anymore. You cough, it's game over.
Oh my
I'm
god,
being honest.
Corona? Oh no.
You can't do that in this state. You can't do that. What the world is now, we can't cough and say we're fine. We can't do that.
You can't say that. You're fine? No, man, we're going to the ER right now.
Right? You really can't. SAYO, Rinko-san, dinner's ready.
My mother called as much as she wanted to skip dinner. I felt so agitated. I needed food.
Fatigued.
I don't care.
It's agitated.
The way I pronounce
I'm not
words
making
like,
fun of you, I
don't you mean
promise.
astronomical? No, it's astronomical.
No, it was, ladies and gentlemen, the volume on this bus is astronomical. Mrs. Bennett and I are trying to have a conversation.
It's way too loud.
Oh my god.
Me and Miss Zip it, now you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the volume inside of this bus is astronomical. It is way too loud. Mrs. Bennett and I...
Hey,
Yeah.
He's sweet. I retracted it and held the 3 pillow on my bed and put it against my chest, dripping my head down. I cried one more time before sighing and holding back the keyboard's hands again. You shouldn't have cried. Cutting would be easier, don't you think?
Yo,
No.
this voice seems to have some real good ass timing.
Damn, I.
I'm being honest.
The voice sighed as I covered my ear. We were still far distant from the kitchen, and it was a good enough of a distance for Rinko to speak.
Don't listen to it. The voice doesn't know a thing.
There was she said there was a look of desperation in her eyes. Her lips were brushed against my cheek as she smiled timidly.
Oh shit, first kiss. Well, not really.
Oh my god.
I'll be your stepping stone.
Oh, you're being my stepping stone? Oh shit. So I get to step on your back. I'm just joking.
Whoa. Right, yeah, that sounds painful.
Oh, I mean, she would do anything, right?
Okay, that's taking it too far.
I wouldn't say I'll do anything for you. Yes, sir.
Read. It's pity.
She said as I nodded my head slipped away from my ear. It's pity. She's going to leave you, and she realized you can't amount.
You can't amount to anything.
Yeah, what she said.
That's what she said.
I want to believe her words. I really do. She kissed my cheek after all, but the voice is stronger than my own opinion. Without Hina at the dinner table, things were a lot tense and quiet. She managed to bring a relief that I could never bring. I finished eating and washed off my plate, soon letting out a silent sigh. She kind of said, I'll make you sure that the clothes for you. I'll make you sure to find some clothes for you to wear. I'll start up a bath. Start. If that's only okay as you too. Well, it's okay, you too. Mother and father. I said in the upbeat voice again. I always forget to do that, Dad.
I'm okay with that.
She smiled. She said oh God. Said softly while my parents traded glances. They figured it out. You're fucked. The voice said, "Go ahead." Wait, you're reading the parents'
That's
voice.
her mom. Go ahead, you two. We kind of stay up a little late anyways. Her mom is so chill with this. Like, honestly, her mom is so calm. I'm like...
Okay. My mother smiled as I nodded and took Rinko's plate and washed it in the sink. Rinko followed me as we made our way to the bathroom while we started the bath. After she found a good temperature for herself, of course. You can take your bath now. I'll wait for you, as I said.
I'm gonna sound hesitant as hell reading this
Yes,
sentence.
sir, become like my Rinko.
Oh God, no! Don't make me laugh.
There's not me.
Think we can take our bath together?
Oh shoot.
Oh,
You know
shit.
who does? She asked, blushing as my own cheeks felt tingly. She kissed my cheek, so I guess she had feelings for me as well. Shaking away those thoughts, I needed, as I went to get 2 clean towels that weren't stained with either old blood or fresh blood.
Jeez.
That's fucking bullshit.
Like, just jeez.
Holding him back into
Morbid.
the bathroom, Rinko's already in the bath with a relaxed expression. I smiled as the thought I put my school uniform in a spot beside hers and began to shower with the shower hands on the stool.
SAYO?
She whispered in daze while I stumbled with the shower head almost dropping it in progress. Ah, shit.
right. Ah, shit.
My clumsiness went full cord. Focus? Forecast?
Full forced.
Okay. And the shower head sprayed Rinko in the face. You absolute idiot! Are you always this comfy? The voice yelled, hesitantly picking it back up. I mumbled multiple apologies as she giggled. Shirokane-san, are you okay? Or wait, are you? Shit. I always forget there's no okay.
And remember, I told you to call me Rinko.
She pouted as I
Rinko
nodded.
Pout.
Right, Rinko. As she stood up, hearing the water slosh around, my eyes widening. Rinko's naked in my bathroom.
She really has no filter.
At least she could turn her head. At least she can just turn around. Like,
yeah, because I think how its position is where like the stool is in like its own spot, and then the bathtub is closer to the end of the wall. So I guess that's how the layout goes. But it's still, girl got no filter.
Stay relaxed. It's okay. Everything's okay. Just don't look. It's simple as that, right?
Simple as that. Don't look.
Easier said than done.
Are you okay?
She asked as I covered my face. I don't necessarily want to see me like this. Sighing, I moved my head away to turn off the shower and grab the towel as she tilted her head.
Sayo-san, I was wearing a towel when I got out. You didn't need to cover your face. I came prepared.
Okay. She sighed softly, looking across the shoulder as I nodded. We are dating after all, I stammered, but my eyes were soon widened again.
You're rather lewd. What is she staring at, Sayo?
I'm screaming. Rinko giggles as I sighed again. This is why I can't be normally gay. If I see a pretty girl, my filter is completely removed.
It is. It really
like,
is.
Changing into pajamas with Rinko's only me, a centimeter shorter than me. Aw, damn. Alright. Clothes were simple for tops, and pants were difficult since her little hips were wider than mine. I bit my lip as I found the pajama pants were from Hannah's and I's grandmother, and since grandmother gave us the wrong size, they might work just for Rinko. Try these. If they don't work, tell me. I sighed as she nodded and stuck my hand in a closet. Thank God it was just a walk-in closet, otherwise I would really have been able to control myself.
Sayo!
Whoa.
What are you thinking?
Rinko walked out as she shivered and sat beside me. Here, Rinko, I said, handing my jacket as she softly smiled softly.
Thank you, Sayo-chan.
I blushed.
That's the first time she called her Sayo-chan. What do you know? Wow.
Wow! I blushed but nodded as she put on the jacket and lied down beside me, pulling my comforter to both of us. I intertwined my hand with hers as we lied down in my bed together, watching Rinko slowly fall asleep. I took the advantage of this moment before kissing her cheek and getting her out of bed. She seemed to be fully asleep now. I went to my desk, turning on the lamp beside me, but keeping the lights out low, saying, I began writing before holding the scissors, and I was lying on my desk with slicing my wrist for the final time before feeling the consent fade. This is right. This is the right thing to do.
Well, we only have one chapter of this.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna